You're looking at two legendary high school football coaches from the Bay Area meeting up at midfield. Serra head coach Patrick Walsh and Bell's head coach Mike Janda. Wonder what they're talking about. This game was all Serra. First drive, first touchdown, Wildcat snap to Nate Sanchez. Touchdown Padres. Serra's defense, you know they mean business. That's a loss. Arthur Hodgett, Finn Williams, Damon Lewis with the triple team. So the Bells punt it, and here comes Sanchez down the line. Nice juke right here. Pushed out of bounds by the punter, Andrew Schaefer. And they'll score. Hand off to Jackson Lataimura. What? You got two angles on this one? Nice. 2-point conversion good, 15-0 Padres. Just before the break, Serra went for a flea flicker. I said flea flicker. Almost backfires, the ball was dropped. Hassan Mahassin got the ball back to his QB though. Dalen McLemore dodged the tackler and launches the bomb to Terence Loville. That's touchdown pass number 10 for the San Jose State recruit, 22-zip and a first. Serra's defense just dominated Lataimua with a TFL. And we'll end with this, McLemore to Loville. That's a dangerous combo. 37-0 was the final. Loville had two tugs in this game. He met up with our very own Madyson Montoya at Workout Gym for the GSF Weekly Game Changer exclusive.
He's got one of the best hands in the WCAL and also a standout quarterback and kick returner for the Padres. Please welcome senior Terence Loville. Thank you so much for coming, Terence.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so you had a great performance last Friday at your game, but we'll get to that later. So tell me, how did you get into playing sports?
Well, I started playing baseball at first when I was about 6 years old, and then football didn't really come around until freshman year of high school because my mom always wanted to stay away from it, but when I finally hit high school, she couldn't really stop me anymore.
And do you still play baseball?
Yeah.
Yeah, so how does football rank? Is it more of a priority then for you?
During high school, yeah, just like becoming like older and just like seeing everything bigger, yeah, it's become more of a priority for me.
Mm-hmm. And do you like the team aspect more of football than you do with baseball?
Oh yeah, most definitely. It's like, because in baseball, like, you have a batting average and all that. In football, it's just wins and loss.
Mm-hmm. And you're a senior, so what has the recruiting process been like for you?
It's been good. I have offers from New Mexico and Air Force.
Yeah.
Some other schools are talking to me right now, but I'm just trying to stay humbled and focus on the season.
Yeah, and have you been visiting these schools?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's that like, being like the little guy on a big campus, seeing where you could possibly spend the next 4 years of your life?
It's just a very different atmosphere when I like visit a college and like just being the big guy on campus in high school and then everything changing when I go to college.
Mm-hmm. But you're loving the coaching staff, loving the visits?
Most definitely.
Yeah. And you were a part of the 2017 championship team. So talk about that. What was that experience like?
Even though I didn't play a lot, it was just it was just like a good experience, like seeing the guys above me, like Isaiah Kendrick, Patrick Nunn, everyone just like always helping me on the field, off the field.
Mm-hmm. And what did you learn, through those struggles of winning that championship?
That you can never take anything for granted, because just like when Neil Maffey got injured, everyone on the team was just like so devastated. But like in my heart, like the way that everyone just like came back, I was like, oh yeah, there's no way that we can be stopped from winning this state championship.
Mm-hmm. So you really felt like you were a part of the team fully, even though you said you weren't getting much playing time?
Most definitely. They brought me in as like the little guy.
Why do you say little guy? Just because you were younger?
Yeah, but like I've known those guys since like my freshman year, so like although I was a little guy and they were treating me like a little brother, we were also like brothers. It's always a brotherhood.
Yeah. And Serra's having an amazing season, but a lot of people predicted you guys to, be kind of in the middle this year. How does it feel that you're proving them wrong?
Well, during summer, all our coaches would always just talk about like, oh, you guys are predicted to lose to Mitty and all that. You guys are predicted to go 1-2 in preseason. So we just use that as motivation for the preseason and just for the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm. And what was the preseason training or off-season training like? Was it, we're going to take this week by week, or was it like we just need to get as best we can, as fast as we can?
It was definitely just take it week by week, but like all in the summer, we weren't really focused on like football so much, but just getting our bodies right, lifting, running.
Mm-hmm. And do you play 7-on-7?
Yeah.
Yeah, so how does that help you with your football game?
So I played for KT Prep, and that really helped me a lot, just working on my man progressions for defense and then working on my route running. Coach Kenyon's a great guy. I just want to give a quick shout out to him. So like, Yeah, he's helped me with recruiting a lot, just working on my game, everything.
And you're a major threat on offense, defense, and specialties. So how do you handle all that pressure, having to stand out in all three parts of the game?
So believe it or not, I have stage fright. So like, when I'm on the field, it's just a different world. It's just like, especially on special teams, because when that ball's coming to me, it's just me and then the end zone. Anyway, I have to get in there, just have to.
And do you have that mindset at practice too, or does it all come on game day?
Oh, most definitely. It starts with practice. So like, even if it's just like scout team reps or anything small like that, I'll just take it like it's a real game.
Yeah. And the Pittsburgh game, that was a big surprise with the blowout and everything.
Yeah.
How was that for you?
Coming into it, we actually thought it was going to be a really close game, but then at the start of halftime, we came into the locker room like we were up, but no one was really like satisfied. So we knew, yeah, we just have to turn this up a little bit more.
And then you guys also played Menlo Atherton at Levi Stadium. What was it like to play in the professional stadium, all hyped up?
That was a really cool experience. Just walking into the locker room and walking down the halls, it really felt like we were part of like an NFL team.
And how satisfying is it, to silence your doubters from the beginning of the season?
Man, it's really satisfying, but just like always, we're not done yet. That's so much to prove still.
And the St. Mary's game was also a big surprise. You guys were down, and then you came back. So what was it like at halftime, going into the second half for that game?
We just knew that this team, we can't take this team lightly. Like, they're a good team. We've never beat them before, so we just knew, like, we really need to turn this up right now, and then we'll be good for the rest of the game.
And you guys are finally in the WCAL. So how is it like, playing in this tougher league for you guys?
It's a very tough league, but like based on our preseason, like that really prepares us for the bigger challenge that we're facing in the WCAL.
So yesterday, SI nearly beat Valley Christian, and they were ranked higher than you guys, and also Reardon almost beat Mitty. So what is their team's mindset going into these games coming up?
Just don't take any team lightly. In the WCAL, any team could be any team at any moment. So just coming in, work hard in practice, and then just show it off on the field.
And what's this week like for you guys, preparing for homecoming against Mitty?
This being our only night game, like it's a have-to-win scenario. The practice is going to be harder. Everything at school, just it being homecoming and everything, just have to show out.
So let's talk about that. What does your school do for homecoming? Anything special?
Well, the week before, we'll have a little rally. We'll give our jerseys to the teachers, and then like every single day, it'll be like a different theme.
The teachers wear your jerseys?
Yeah.
Okay. And the season is halfway over. And how content are you, with your team's progress and how far you guys are going to go with the rest of this season?
I'm really just blessed to have made it this far, 5-0 and everything, but just keep looking forward.
And you had 2 touchdowns this past Friday against the Bellarmine. So what was that game like for you? How exciting was it?
Oh, it was really good. Just coming in, we knew not to take Bellarmine lightly, another WCAL opponent. So just had to come in strong, finish strong.
And do you want to talk about those touchdowns a little bit?
Yeah, sure. All right, so the first one, it was actually a flea flicker. And then so at first I ran like a kind of an out pattern, and I saw him pass it back to Dalen. So I ran back up the field, and then Dalen like saw me running down, so I just told him, hey, you just got to throw it up. And me and Dalen have that kind of trust together. So when I saw the ball in there, I just knew it's just me and the ball. So I caught it and then ran to the end zone.
And you gave a couple shout outs earlier, but who would you say is the most influential person in your life?
My mom. Ever since day one, my mom has just always been down for me. Never changed on me. Just anything I want, she'll try her hardest to get it. Getting into Serra, that was all her. So yeah, definitely my mom.
What was that process like getting into Serra?
Coming in the 8th grade year, I didn't even know I wanted to go to Serra or anything. But then towards the middle, my mom started like hinting at it, like, I think this will be really good for like sports and everything, academics. So I was like, yeah, I guess we'll try. And then I got accepted, and the rest is history.
What keeps motivating you, to play these sports, football and baseball?
Just the drive behind everything, just to get myself and my mom in a better place down the road.
And you're a senior, so what do you hope to accomplish with the rest of this season, your final high school football season?
Just become a better leader, become a better man, and stay or bust.
And let's talk about the leadership role, because as a senior, you know, you're bound to be a leader on the team. Was it a struggle, you know, transitioning into that role, or how has it been for you?
A little bit, but knowing last season that like we didn't have the best season, me, Nate, Nusi all knew that we'd have to take up a sense of leadership role for this team in the next year. So we were kind of prepared for it.
So what's that process like in becoming a team captain, and what does it mean to Serra?
So at the beginning of the year, coach will kind of send out like a survey, and the team will vote for like the 4 or 5 captains to be leader of the team. And during the summer, we kind of everyone kind of knew who it was going to be just based on like the leadership roles that everyone took up, but yeah.
And so it's completely team-based, no favoritism from the coaches or anything like that. But what's it like? You have a presence on defense, offense, and special teams, so you're not even associated with just a specific part of the team. You're really integrated with everyone. Yeah. So does that give you more of a leadership role compared to the other team captains?
It definitely helps because especially just being a senior, so the receivers, like I'll keep them in check, the corners I'll keep them in check, and then just everything on special teams. Like before running out on the field, we're like, all right, we need a big return. So.
And how do you feel that you're paving the way, you know, for the younger guys for when you're gone?
Definitely just giving Serra a bigger name and not ever to be overlooked. So like we have a lot of like starters on defense who are underclassmen, like Malachi, Heft, and Andrew and Stewart. So like it just means a lot to them.
So with 5 regular season games left, which one are you most excited for?
Most definitely the Valley Christian game. Having it be a senior day, Pauley day, just one of our last home games. It'll just mean a lot to the crowds and everyone on the team.
And let's talk a little bit about school. How are your academics?
My cumulative GPA is at 3.1 right now.
Okay, so how important is it for you, you know, to balance school, football, baseball, social life?
It's very tough, but like everyone says, I'm a student athlete, not an athlete student, so academics always comes first.
And do you think you're going to be able to handle that in college, no problem?
Most definitely. Serra really prepares you for the challenges later on in life, just not just the high school aspect of everything.
Yeah. And just before I let you go, is there anyone else you want to thank before we end the interview?
Shout out Coach Montev, shout out Coach T, shout out Coach Thomas, and shout out Coach Bell. Big shout out to Coach Walsh. That's a good man right there. That's a good man.
Well, thank you so much, Terence, for coming out. And we just want to show you our appreciation by giving you this Ike's gift card.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you.